Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast. Mayor host Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda, Hero Psych, Defender of the Fatherland, of hitting exciting on 1 vs 1 on Kholodny Ferma summer. The setting is 1944 summer. Eastern France, somewhere in the Ukraine, as Operation Bagration is hammering away at the German front line. Divisions are being shattered or encircled. The Russians are relentlessly advancing here with Bsky Revolution pushing ahead for the 3rd Guards Mechanized Corps with counterattack, Armoured Assault and Guard motivers. In the west we got DaPopeCoh fighting here for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland, the 78th Sturm Grenadier Division with a lightning warp, mobile defense and Jaeger infantry with double infantry machine gun versus double infantry and 1 T-70 bullets in here for Bsky Revolution, making his T-70 just a bit tougher by possibly stuffing some potatoes in between bits here and there to absorb some damage. Grenadiers arriving there for the Pope, standard build here, and sandbags up as well. We got a heavy conscript build for Bsky Revolution, also very much standard in shattering the fascist scourge. But why here to deny any sort of cover points if they go for the point here. Good foresight there by Bsky Revolution. Quickly, comrades, we must wire off the cart. Couldn't we just push it off? With what? Horses? He's dead. Oh, it is. You just noticed that now? Yes. MG42 there. Hitting carve point, going to get note here, for securing the compartment here, which is really critical as a northern player on Kholodny Ferma. If you start west, that is, you have to secure this area, otherwise the opponent rushes it, he can easily sort of just press you around here and here, and it's going to be difficult to get him out because the house is much better for just making life miserable for you as the western player, and is for you making life miserable for the eastern player, so it's a bit of an annoying house in that sense. Church occupying the MG42, aggressive push here by the Pope. Of course, if you're in the control of the area, he can much more freely just hit his opponent's carve point. That can force a lot of troops to be tied down just to keep this area secure. Here's, a potential springboard here for the Pope, but on the other hand, if he can't really exert enough pressure through it, doesn't matter. More conflict there for Bsky Revolution, who's so far ignoring the centre, probably anticipating such a move, but just not caring about it. Sandbags here, by the way. Note the positioning allows him to defend the carve point, but the opponent can't really use it very efficiently against him. Parties bringing in, they're probably spotting the conscript soon as you realise what's going on there. Grenadiers moving in here. Other squads currently in the centre. Looks like he might be aiming for a sniper who's just preoccupied with other things, in which case a 3rd Grenadier squad there for Pope is most likely. There you go. 3rd Grenadier. More conscript around here for Bsky Revolution. Needing no Molotov. Most players would go for Molotov upgrade after the 3rd conscript squad, but Bsky Revolution, he just focuses on the infantry here. But with this, he does pop. And also note sandbags are briefly considered. Possibly just about moon for his opponent, just have a way to save. Oh! I like the idea in theory, but in this case he just gets caught with a machine gun. I'm guessing what I was trying to do is just make it hard for the opponent to use this bit of area here, maybe. But there you go, launching assault from all sides. Basically homing the Molotov to arrive in time, then he pops it on the MD42, flashes it out here with a nice assault from all sides, thus highlighting the risk of putting a machine gun in an exposed position like this without any additional support. Pope could have theoretically moved in some pioneers to wire off some of the approaches here to make it hard for the opponent to rush, but he didn't. Instead, we got Grenadiers versus conscript engineers being overwhelmed here, and here Grenadiers being pushed back by the further advance of the Bsky Revolution's men. Pioneers went from the other side. We have no take up yet for Pope. Could go for another machine gun or more Grenadiers. Versus a heavy conscript build, another machine gun would be quite useful in installing them and make it hard for them to move. And there you go. Pope does exactly commit to that. The 2nd MG42. Grenadiers pioneers dealing with the conscript. There you go, heavy catches piling up as they just drop dead. More conscript around here for Bsky Revolution, but there you go, conscript were forced away, leaving the Grenadiers and the pioneers here. Flying rifles on the way for Pope to flush out Bsky Revolution of any cover or any structures. Back here, reinforcement, MG42 being rushed out, other one almost done. Take up would of course be some nice idea there for Pope at some point. Could consider some sandbags if he has the time, or at least some barbed wire to deny cover to Pope. Sandbags up here. Note he's building sandbags here to basically just have broader cover rather than just being all bunched up. It does give him, I suppose, a few advantages. Plus, I guess it's slightly more awkward for the enemy to use. But it's an interesting choice nonetheless. But that would be sort of my suspicions once doing it. Reinforcement there, healing there. Grenadiers once more pushing for the carve point. Grenadiers MD42 arriving, hauling up a lot of equipment here to probably put some serious pressure on Bsky Revolution's carve point. If you can get on a pin here, it's going to be very difficult for Bsky Revolution to deal with. He's going to have to take other paths, which not a lot of players tend to handle very well. A lot of players just keep trying to regain here, but just attacking head on. So if Pope gets off a good pin, he can really punish Bsky Revolution hard. So of course it comes down to how does Bsky Revolution handle such a potential pin. I mean, got some movement here on the side, but still that's 2 machine guns covering quite a bit of terrain, though I do feel like, there we go, he's basically covering up the blind spot there. Pioneers covering the flank as well, comes with being suppressed. Forming out a wall of fire, of course, up far north, Conscript going to flank behind. Pope's position here, very good play. The VR got troop nearby to actually stop this, and he got kind of revealed there. So, in this case, the flank not fully successful there, Bsky Revolution, but still reasonably so. Conscript being pinned down. Shots being fired. Harassment being murdered, and there you go. Continuing up here, machine gun repositioning, trying to stop this. And there we go. Stop. Oh, there you go. Almost looks like he's been reloading, which would have been absolutely horrid timing here for Pope. 78th Storm Grenadier Division holding the line here for the fatherland and repulsing Bsky Revolution's assault here with heavy casualties. Dead rations everywhere. The 78th Storm Grenadier Division was a sort of experimental infantry division, heavily equipped for assaulting. Had a lot of packs, even I think on a... I can't remember if it was the company or the battalion level, but they actually had a much larger equipment there, plus heavy mortars were attached. And finally there was also a full Stu brigade attached to it as well, so it was in many ways heavily equipped comparatively to most infantry divisions, even some panzer divisions. Of course, didn't have transport for the infantry in that sense, but they well was heavily equipped like panzer grenadiers, meaning 2 light machine guns per infantry squad rather than the typical 1. So, little fun fact there. Engineers saying Norfolk's there for Bsky Revolution, troops reinforcing, mortar out, obviously good counter versus these kind of tactics. Of course, very sensibly, Pope of course is repositioning machine guns because he's likely anticipating some sort of mortar strike, in which case Bsky could very likely just begin bombarding what he figures he knows, but in this case he's going to first scout out by the looks of it. In this case he hasn't dealt with a blind spot there, so quickly it's going to get turned against Pope. S-mines about why he would have been good. Grenadier setting up with Flammenwerfers. Back here we got take up, nothing further happening. Pope could theoretically try and push for a tier 3 rush, though that would be what we call very ambitious. 94 coming from the north, machine gun setting up here in the centre as well. Harassment there from Bsky, and there you go. Pope going for Jaeger infantry. Opening up there for G for the Fleece, plus of course the Jaeger command squad. Popping that out. Might be a further indicator he might actually try tier 3 rush, in which case the command squad just adds some more infantry pressure now, plus he is controlling the fuel situation, so it becomes harder for Bsky to punish him with a fast T-70, so a tier 3 rush might actually be in the cards here for Pope, and that's going to be quite a chance here for Bsky because of the aforementioned reasons. He can't easily punish that at the moment due to the absolute horrid fuel flow. So Pope here executing a very strong build here with 2 Grenadiers, MD42, and again to the Jaeger command squad. Leading ahead here for the 78th Storm Grenadier Division, this is the 3rd Guards Mechanized Corps. Showing those rations what for. Contra there being suppressed. Could consider some camouflage there for the machine guns. MD42s work really great with the ambush camouflage, can do some extra damage, plus combined with the incendiary armor piercing rounds, they can do some really heavy damage actually. Up north here, Skirmishing Gun Grenadiers to retreat. Jaeger command squad, they're backing up. D for the Fleece for the Grenadiers. All light machine guns could be pretty good choices here for Pope. And we've got a field gun on the way here for Bsky Revolution. He's definitely starting to get a sense that he's going to get hit by something vehicular, and he's trying to prepare for it. There we go, we got D for the Fleece on the way there for the Grenadier. There you go, popping up, there you go, Molotov off, but still the conscripts will like loses the Grenadiers, and if he doesn't retreat soon, we could see a full wipe there. No, he retreats the Grenadiers first, but the Pioneers, there you go, finish off the job. Yeah, command squad approaching the conscript squad. That could be another wipe, that would be catastrophic here for Bsky Revolution. Losing 2 conscript squads at this stage would be highly unpleasant. And yup, this is a tier 3 rush here from Pope. I'm not entirely sure this was intentionally, just realised, hang on, I can actually get away with this. My God, Jürgen, I'm a genius. Jawohl, Herr Hauptmann. That's the attitude. Either way, that'll probably be a push for a Panzer IV here. For the Pope. Spearheaded by aggressive tactics, also laying down a tunnel mine just in case. Never hurts just to play, play it fully safe there, not make too many assumptions. There has certainly been times where you think, alright, I'm ahead, and then suddenly you realise you're actually not as far ahead as you realise. So a tunnel mine there, of course, is not going to save the day. Might just help in case. Plus, I mean, even if it's ahead, tunnel mines never hurt. Could easily give his Panzer IV an edge. Bsky Revolution has yet to use a doctrine. Of course, he knows his opponent's going for Jaeger commands. Well, Jaeger infantry, because there's literally another doctrine with the Jaeger infantry on the Jaeger command squad. Keep messing up the 2 there for some reason. Very funny. But he rather there's nothing else with that one, for example, and so no other doctrine had, I think, had Jaeger infantry either, so, I mean, it becomes pretty obvious what Pope was aiming for there. Need to treat the MD42, push him into losing, gun is charging with the conscripts. The Sandbag pushing, I think, is working out quite well. The Bsky Revolution, the Gunnism with the G33s are not quite having the impact they want to. This is a sort of job for a Panzer Grenadier squad, but sadly, Pope does not have those. Seeing an MD42 from the north. Also spotted, could try and clear it out. He'd still, I think, benefit from ambush camouflage on his MD42s. Still a very solid upgrade, and there goes a ProPagandacast for Pope. And he is roughly, I'd say about 3 to 4 minutes away from a Panzer IV. Maximum had been committed to the Bsky Revolution. But he's very much in the defense versus Pope versus the German army.
Heavy machine gun team, prepare for combat.
Victory points wise, Pope is also in the lead here. MD42 hammering away, could consider into the armor piercing rounds for a bit of extra damage and flashing out as a Russian, but looks like Pope decides that is not worth good solid German ammunition. Need to cover those pioneers because you're wiping that shouldn't be quite unpleasant enough for Pope. He'd have to replace them, and of course means he'd have no way of repairing his tanks when he gets them, so that was not the best executed attack there, I think, by Pope. But there you go, Pope's going Grenadiers, MD42s on the advance here. Command squad is also sitting up with another Grenadier squad here. Maximum and advancing MD42. Good defense there by Bsky Revolution. Things are getting a bit harder here for Pope, though Pope of course still retains a big lead, a big edge. MD4 sitting up here, field gun maximum away, and there you go, tank command up here for Bsky Revolution. I mean, he could try, of course, go straight for the mechanized armor company and just stall for as long as possible for an Annihilation 5 or T-3045. Or he could try and go for H-6s, so that way just try and buy more time versus the Panther Force and just counter them with something a bit more mobile. Both, I would say, are possibilities. The H-6 offers more now, but the T-34s, well, obviously offer more later down the road. Tank command there almost done. And there we go, Panzer on the way for Pope. His tier 3 rush strategy has worked out beautifully. From his perspective, obviously. For Bsky Revolution's perspective, I imagine there's not much that's very beautiful about that. Grenadier setting out there with the G43s. Up north, coming here for the northern victory point. Good move there. He's been active and mostly focused on centre south, so trying to put more pressure in the north at times is, I think, a good idea. Also, sandbags down. Very good, very good. He goes for the T-70 nonetheless. I'm a bit surprised at that. Maybe he hasn't quite figured out the possibility of a Panzer IV rush, or he doesn't care. I mean, that's a possibility as well here for Bsky, but it's going off for Armoured Assault tactics, which might indicate he's going to try and stall for an IS-2, which is kind of a risky endeavour. But I mean, if he can execute, it's going to work out nicely. But again, he's going to be under a lot of pressure from Pope until then. And with a T-70 out, which is by the way looks like he's not going to be able to cancel before the Panzer IV hits, he's going to be in for a steep climb up the sides of Mount Deutschland, the formidable mountain. Panzer IV is heading up. T-70 rolling out, and there you go. Conscripts get a bit of a Panzer surprise. Well, Dimitri does specifically, as his face is blown clean off. My god, Dimitri's face! It was so ugly. Yes, actually. It might actually be an improvement to have it blown off. Comes to their push back, hitting the calf point there. You can see Bsky trying to sort of stall and slow down Pope's resource. There you go, T-70 strikes where the Panzer IV isn't. Definitely one way of doing it, but we'll have to see how it's going to work out with the stall strategy. He might have to go for fuel cache, or at least commit to another field gun or an H-6 here. Because at this rate, Pope is just going to swarm him with Panzer IVs before there's a chance of getting out the IS-2. And he's going to need more than one field gun to stop more than one Panzer IV. Unless that is, it turns out Pope is absolutely awful with Panzer IVs, which is usually not what you should be banking on. That is a terrible strategy. And particularly when he's been keeping in the defensive so far. I mean, it's not impossible, but usually do not try to work that out as your main strategy. Country almost wiped out here. Panzer 4 moving up. Canadians are taking almost heavy loss. They've got Pioneers on the way there for Pope to help repair Panzer 4. 2 Pioneer squads there. Very good, very good. That's for Bsky Revolution. Nothing further going on there. No caches. No additional anti-tank weapons as of yet. That machine gun should probably consider its position. But exposed, conditioning reinforcing, Pioneer setting out there to repair the panzers, and in this far south, the Jaeger command squad infiltrates ahead. Hiding out behind the sandbags. Bsky Revolutionary remaining under defense with the 3rd Guards Mechanized Corps. Looking for success, looking for victory, or at least an opening to create success and a victory. Second field on the way there for Bsky Revolution. There you go, Jaeger command squad leading the ambush from behind cover. Conscripts there being absolutely brutally bloodied. While the ambush camouflage bonus doesn't work too well with the Kar 90 KH, G43s and LMG42s work amazingly with it. Really, if you have anything with a high rate of fire than the Kar 98K, ambush camouflage works wonders. I really cannot recommend ambush camouflage enough. It's a 20 munitions upgrade, but it has so much utility in the firepower. Pope here actually goes for the Ostwind. Not really my recommended choice. I'd probably go for a Panzer 4 because in most situations the Panzer 4 actually beats the Ostwind in dealing with infantry. Plus it can deal with armour. So, I mean, the Panzer 4 just works out in most situations. Pretty risky move trying to punch past the T-70, but was close to losing the Grenadiers here, which I don't think would have been particularly worth it for Pope. Figuring to bombard the MD-42, trying off a fast hit there, not quite landing though. He's going to eat the T-70 up there, of course, except it's got damaged engines. Now the field gun is in a lot of trouble as the screen is gone and the Grenadiers are firing away there merrily at the field gun crew. Panzer 4 sneaking a fast hit in there, go flak pants out for Pope. Bsky Revolution sneaking up some troops northwards there to try and outmaneuver Pope's central position. Very good. Victory points wise, the situation is not looking amazing for Bsky Revolution. It is only looking incrementally slightly more rubbish. Field gun setting up, they're trooping up, hits back up the Panzer 4, and there you go, direct hit from the Cis-3s, or at least one of them. The other one doesn't quite hit the mark, but still, it does reinforce upon Pope. He needs to be careful with his Panzer 4. And for that matter, his Flak Panzer. In the south, the infantry moving up against the conscripts, lots of G43s, lots of veteran German troops. Driving it off summer. Oh, and the south actually almost gets the conscript, they're wiped. And they get away. Pretty close one though. Need to fall back with the Ostwind. Oh, Scheiße. Scheiße, Jorgen. You're heading in the wrong way. Nothing further going on in Pope's base. You might want to consider mortar himself to smoke out the field guns. That'd be a pretty strong choice if you got the M42 in an exposed position. Being rushed with the T-70, they've got the Panzer 4 to bag up, and you might have been using the M4 to try and maybe bait out the T-70 while also clearing out the mortar. Definitely not impossible. In the end, the forced retreat on the centre victory point, getting murdered here by the maximum fire up north here, where Pope isn't quite paying attention. Bsky Revolution sending a few plucky conscripts to grab points, and we got a third Cis-3 here. Bsky Revolution is, I think, without a doubt at this stage, stalling for an IS-2. I mean, triple field guns is kinda nuts. And that, I think, definitely required Pope here to throw down some smoke to basically obscure them from supporting each other. That way you can rush them with his armor and quickly clear them out, because otherwise any sort of regular assault can very quickly run into a lot of issues with triple field guns. I mean, double field guns, as you can see, there's quickly an issue for Pope, so triple field guns, it's hardly gonna improve upon the issue. In the south, the Jaeger command squad by the field point, they almost got it, but he's taking heavy damage, and that's going to be a likely wipe here. If he doesn't hit the minor retreat, the T-70 might have a chance here. Or just the conscripts, really. Can replace them? Probably should shoot the Grenadiers here though, and there you go, yeah, command squad number 2 out. And should claim the north here. Or reclaim it. Pioneers hard to work on the Panzer 4. Could have the Ostwind being fixed up as well, but seems like Pope at the moment has decided the Ostwind is lesser priority. Both machine guns come in the centre. I feel like it's a bit overkill here with double machine guns come in the centre, though at least he's got one of them or ambush camouflage, which is great. But I do feel like it should be exerting pressure elsewhere. Sandbags up there, good spot. Panzer good to go in there, go T-Sun rushing it straight into the A command squad. No Panzerfaster here from Pope, mostly due to lack of munitions. Looks like he might be in for another Panzer IV, not a bad idea though. Of course he should be careful about head-on assaults without artillery in a serious smoke screen. And there you go, Drapes and the Panzer IV down to half health already. The fact that it has the church to quickly sneak behind. Still pretty much a solid anti-tank frontier for Bsky Revolution. A pack front essentially, which was actually a tactic the Russians nabbed from the Germans, which of course forced the Germans to come up with their counter tactics, which they called the Panzerkeil. Up here we got S-Mines up to help defend the northern victory point from Russia there from Bsky Revolution. Very good. All of his armor is going to need some serious repairs. The Flak Panzer Boy still hasn't received anything, it's just there. Bsky creeping ahead here. And there you go, another sergeant push going to use MD42 there. Sadly not making much amazing progress there either for the German army. Victory points wise though, Pope is still enjoying a massive. He's sending the Ottoman with... Is he actually paying attention here? That's like asking for it to get blown to bits. Fixing up the northern Panzer IV here, good to go. In the south, skirmish continues. The MD4 took on this as the Council Squad. None. Second one is not joining in, just waiting there for the Germans to push through, leaving their friends to die in the dirt. Going for the centre victory point once more. Maximum opening up again. This is where smoke can also be helpful. Just allow him to grab the point without getting blasted. See something southwards. Looks like he suffered a wipe than the Grenadiers. Tier 4 now here for Pope. Most likely then going to be either Sturmpanzer or Panzerwerfer to blast for the field guns. Quick flank from the north, but without I think sufficient weight behind it, it's not going to make a lot of progress here versus Bsky Revolution central positions. We got the Panzer on a bit of a hunt here. Exterminating Russians left and right. Grab the centre if you want, got the T-Sun moving up there, fetching these 2 full kills. Bsky Revolution super closer to the IS-2, which could definitely force Pope to either go for Stugs or a Panther to deal with, because right now he's only got a Panzer IV to stop the IS-2, and that's not going to be effective. I mean, you might as well just try and politely ask the tank to explode. It's going to be about as effective. So there you go, IS-2 out for Bsky Revolution and the 3rd Guards Mechanized Corps. No pin-up machine being added to these stages. Also got plenty of missions though for air support. He should be hitting the IS-2 anytime soon, and probably should be realising he's going to need a Panther badly. Then he's going to need to fall back, trying to burst, but ultimately taking a lot of damage there from rations. Bsky Revolution is showing no mercy. North point is secured, IS-2 rolling ahead. Almost got the MD4 with this 2 following up for Pope, so while he did go for that, he could have gone, I think, for the Panther, but decided not to. Interesting choice here. Of North Engineers being about with minesweepers. Sandbags up here for Pope. Also a bit of quiet. A big thanks to Blake for donating support with the Propagandacast, allowing me to keep doing this day after day. So very big thanks to you, Blake. Jake, damn it. It's terrible. Should remembering people who donate to me much better, but yeah. Thank you very much for your support. Possibly catching the engineers sending away those little thieves with some very great haste. Stug almost done there for Pope. I mean, Stug's going to be great. Just kind of figured when he went for the Panzer Corps, he would then go for a Panther, but I mean, a pair of Stugs could really put the fear of the fatherland into the IS-2 here. Air support called in here as well. Flak Panzer theoretically can deal with it, but it's not super effective at dealing with aircraft compared with most other vehicular anti-aircraft options in the game. The Osprey is particularly drab at it. Stuglands are good here. The Panzer Force might want to support here. Field gun support here. Second Stug would also be great for CoH. Flak Panzer's just firing away, and so far is not achieving much in this oversized duck hunt. Oh, there you go. Finally got one aircraft down. Direct hit here from the SIS-3. A bit of skirmishing around here. CoH at this stage, after going for the second Stug, which he really should go for, might want to consider some panzer gun to support Stug. Could be useful in taking out some of the field guns with a good flank. And be calling artillery instead here to clear it out. There we go. Light infantry shoots. Barrage just unleashing hell. Getting the field gun there. Good work, good work. Getting rid of that is going to help up CoH a bit here. But of course, there's still 2 field guns left. But of course, I have to see if CoH realizes this. Otherwise, he will find out when he encounters 2 more field guns, because they're otherwise not far apart usually. Still removing on the field guns is going to be a nice victory there for CoH, who's then following up with a Panzerwerfer to deal with support weapons and other soft targets. Bsky Revolution at this stage might just want to consider taking up, so we can get out some other H-25s, the T-55s to back up his IS-2 here versus CoH and his fascist menagerie. Sandbags up by the centre victory point. Not a bad move at all. Not a bad move at all. Machine gun up in the shed here. And there you go. Panzerwerfer out for CoH.
Combat engineers are standing by.
T-7 there looking for targets. Close to Vetchny 3. Not a bad deal at all there for Bsky Revolution. Head on attack. We got a mortar awfully close to the north here for Bsky Revolution. Could be rushed and murdered if he's not careful. And there you go. Panzer barrage unleashing hell there. Almost wiping out the maximum crew there, but the Kholodny command squad might just finish off the job, but doesn't. Still did some damage. That had an impact, of course, now, and allows Bsky Revolution to have to worry about that as well. Great in the air command squad there by the IS-2. Panzerwerfers are pretty much part only of Panzer divisions. Little fun fact there. Another fun fact is the Waffen-SS had a version of the Panzerwerfer which used Katyusha rockets. Initially they used capturing ones, but they actually would produce their own Katyusha rockets. So a little fun fact there. Almost got the mortar there. Definite loss here for Bsky Revolution. Bit of a mistake. Oh, he didn't get away. I mean, CoH would definitely benefit a lot from grabbing it and then using it to lay down smoke screens. That again would help him disrupt the defense there from the field guns, if used correctly. It could be a great tool here for CoH on the offense and the defense. I've thrown the prowl there, looking for easy targets. And Bsky Revolution, they have us in the northern victory point. Very good, holding the centre one as well. He's slowly beating up for CoH finally. Bsky Revolution, I really think, should be taking up though. He's got the fuel. He should be taking advantage of having the fuel for it. He should definitely not be seeking to stall up for too long against this. We've got the Flak Panzer moving in here, attacking indiscriminately Russian troops wherever possible, but instead finds itself under heavy fire here as Bsky Revolution strikes back, almost taking out the Osman there. Faster than CoH can extract it from an otherwise very hostile situation. And the Flak Panzer goes down. Nice counter attack here by Bsky Revolution, punishing CoH here for honestly sending an Osman unattended into the centre where he knew that most of Bsky Revolution's attack assets were. Again, this is where smoke and then a proper assault would have been much better. CoH following up with another Stug, still not attempt with Panthers, for example. Which then indicates he's starting to get well by the IS-2 though. Bsky Revolution might be taking up there. Yeah, one unit heading back to the base, not retreating it, so it's just going to take some time before it can build it. The resources, though, have been deducted. So we'll see what ends up with next here. Consul's losing out to the air command fort ever slowly. Or maybe not, maybe not. Second Stu done, and there you go. Mechanized Armor Company up for Bsky Revolution for the army. Getting the Pioneers, got the Stooks moving in. Panzerwerfer off. Field gun T-70, troops in Norfolks. Kennedy is sitting out as well. Double Stooks are rated to sort of fort any armed pushes here, but Bsky Revolution also got the air support ready as well. So of course, soon Bsky Revolution will be bringing in more armor. Something approaching a push here by Pope, and we got air support called in as well. Of course, there's still the field guns to worry about, and the air support's not going to help with that. Stooks, they're taking hits from the field gun, it's one of them, and there we go. Nice 25 from the Stook. Can run in Fogling, doing some heavy damage there. Moving in one Stook, he's going to try and. Oh! Missed an opportunity. Possibly take it out. Should have had some infantry support, at least going in as something else. Smoke screen would have been great for just obscuring line of fire here. Either way, IS-2's not dead, but. Neither is Pope's armor. I mean, his Panzer IV is in a good situation. The Stooks certainly are running as well. There we go, come taking him down. Told taking out this full Grenadier squad though with it. Aircraft shot down. I'm managing my Bsky Revolution's IS-2. Yes, indeed. Mechanized Armor Company just standing still as. Well, I'm not entirely sure why I could easily go for a T-35 now, to be honest. Or an S-35. Up close, not near there. Panzer IV damage in, but the field is about to go down here to the Panzer IV as well. And we got the other one nearby in the south. We got troops trying to push through here. Got straight into a big minefield here by Bsky Revolution. Nice mining here by him. Very nice. Almost wipes out the entire Jaeger command squad, leaving only one man alive. That is pretty damn lucky there for Pope. Pretty damn lucky. Big artillery barrage here in the hopes of silencing something, but mostly just kicks up a ton of dirt. Mechanized Armor Company continues to remain as silent as a tomb there. But just as I say that, he goes for the T-35. Excellent, excellent. Got a sniper on the way for Pope. Feels like a rather late choice, to be honest, here for Pope to go for a sniper now. I feel like he's better off just trying to backtake for Panzer Grenadiers than go for a sniper at this stage. That, of course, is just me. So that, I think, would be something there for Pope to consider. Panzer Grenadier, die beste Grenadier. There goes sniper out. Scharfschütze. T-35 almost done there for Bsky Revolution. IS-2 almost good to go as well. Setting up for a nice armored push against Pope. Comes there waiting repairs. There you go. Well, waiting orders. North, a bit of skirmishing by the victory point. The centre sniper opening up there, but quickly rushed off the field. Pope needs to be more mindful of what he's doing there. It would be pretty silly to lose a sniper just to some conscripts rushing him down. That, I imagine, would leave him a bit sad. There you go, T-35 moving ahead here for Bsky Revolution in the path that's also been mined. In fact, he has mined so many points. He's just laying down fresh mines. He is laying down a ton of mines. Excellent work though, Bsky Revolution. Excellent work. So that's going to make it harder there for Pope to make any sort of serious assaults. He's going to run into so many mines. So nice work there with Bsky Revolution, making great use of his surplus munitions. A lot of players would just be floating with Bsky Revolution, of course. Knows how important mines are. So great work there. 2 thumbs up. IS-2 rolling ahead, quick catching the sniper and accidentally running. Pope needs to be more careful again with that sniper. It would be an even bigger shame to lose it to a heavy tank. They just somehow managed to stumble upon the sniper. More wire here. Sam makes up as well. Good work there by Bsky Revolution. Good work. And another Stuk for Pope. So he ended up going for the heavy Panzer Corps simply for the Panzer effort at this stage. Nothing wrong in Stuks, but it still feels weird that he only went for a Panzer effort just for. I mean, I think a mortar would just bed off alongside the other mortar, in which case he can lay down some mortar fire and some very big smoke screens. But it seems like Pope is not a big believer in smoke. I was saying Stuk almost done up north. We've got the Chief moving straight to the Stuk, gaining eventually 2 bar weight. Very good, very good. Then these moving up, we're going to Panzer Faust it. Panzer fire off as well here around the centre. Ooh. Good hit, they're getting some good kills in. We got the arse moving against Stuk. Panzer will need to be careful. Panzer for down, nice push here of Bsky Revolution. Now the Stuk arriving, and he's in a bit of trouble as well here. Field guns moving up. Need to cover that Panzer on that Stuk. Would be a shame to lose it. And there you go, Field guns being to fire away, forcing Pope to pull back his armour. Rifle grenade of all things, not a Panzerfaust, but a rifle grenade. Not entirely sure what the fault was there. Could have been a misclick, I guess, for Pope. And there he goes, Stuk quickly routed. Its main gun destroyed here by Bsky Revolution's armoured defence. Two kills in the mortar so far. Looks like he hasn't been using it to barrage much. And the barrage ability on the mortar is actually pretty good if you know how to use it. Makes it much more effective, of course. You have to manage it just a bit there. Using the T-Sim to scout ahead, not bad at all. Quick hit there from the Sturmgeschütz. Stuk, though, number 2 is just forgotten there by Pope. Cast aside. Yeah, command got well assaulted by the eyes too, not looking too good there for Pope. And another T-55 here for Bsky Revolution to replace the one shattered by the fascists. Bsky has successfully managed to stall for the Arsu cause now bringing up more armour. You might want to put more pressure on other parts of the map, but I'd say he's doing pretty well there. Doing pretty well. Whoops. Troops are healing, enforcing third Stuk there for Pope. Still a lot of infantry, and I really feel like Panzer gunners would work great for him. Maybe a Sturmpanzer instead of that third Stuk. Stuks are great, but with 2 field guns out on the field, you kind of need a counter to the field guns for them to really work well. Sadly, just adding more Stuk does not somehow counter the field guns. If it did, though, that'd be amazing, but it doesn't. For kind of obvious reasons. So would actually kind of not bad. So there you go, guys. Holy smokes, almost obliterated there by the eyes too. Decimated. Left gasping for air and other things they need to live as they all get knocked out of them. Stuk getting good here in the T-70. Other Stuk could also maybe land over hit. Almost got it, almost got it. He gets away. Sniper with the seems to act as a spotter. Unit swapped his ref to the southern victory point. Jaeger command squad this time did not make through the S-man field. Stuk down, a staggering blow here to Pope. His other Stuk to rank, but again he just lost his veteran Stuk. His most veteran that is. Top losing infantry, not good here up north. Got some rifling going on there by Bsky Revolution. Panzer 4 hanging back. Field guns advancing. Pope, it just seems, is increasingly losing grip here on the battlefield. Losing traction. He's 2 very close to the veteran 2. In fact, getting some self-repairs going on. Sniper getting veteran to 1. Panzer 4 halfway to 53. Stuk's just hanging back, awaiting repairs and support. Pope Barber is just down to 2 infantry squads with D-43s, which is something a bit tricky for him to push forward with. And Bsky Revolution is now bringing up the rocket. The troops will possibly just deliver a final push here and shatter Pope and the 78 Sturm Gunner Division in the sector. T-7 moving about. Consuls there. And engineers hard at work with more mines. I mean, really just thorough mining there for Bsky Revolution. Thorough. Standing in the north, could go for Jaeger command squad, but at this stage I'm guessing he's just going to keep calling in Stugs. No, he does call in a Jaeger command squad, not bad, but I guess we've got the Panzer moving in, though no actually sufficiently damaged and a tank grenade that's going to leave Pope's Panzer IV in a pretty awkward spot. Which could actually allow for a push for the centre because the Stug, one of the Stug leases up there as well, he knows that, leaving only one Stug here to defend the centre as Bsky Revolution makes a push. Katyusha also ready, I2 there we go, by against Threatening 2. Bad news for any Germans in his line of fire. Until he called in to try and stall, I think, the attack here, but yeah, easily dodged there by Bsky Revolution. Mortar wiped out here by the IS-2, 28 kills, just shattering here Pope. Stug flanking on the IS-2. And there you go. IS-2 shot easily penetrate the Stug's front. Stug that returns the favour here to the IS-2. T-7 moving in here by the ace level. Assaulting the command squad, they're trying to wipe it out, leaving Pope there just in a further desperate situation. There you go. Stug getting into 2 T-70 drifting about there. Bit too fast. There you go. Machine gun crew wiped out. Katyusha firing the base to try and take out any remaining units. Just trying to shatter Pope's will to fight here. This is also about to run out of victory points entirely. And there we go. Almost got some wipes there. Medics are dead. The medics are gone and the medic bunker's almost down as well. But then the squads themselves got wiped. 35 points left. Ooh, almost got a full wipe there. And oh, close but no cigar. T-5 are going for the Panzer. Good hit there. Conscript supporting, damage engine. Every armor is in fact exposed now. To the T-5 father, a horrible government for Pope, and there you go. GG, well played by Pope. A victory for Bsky Revolution and a glorious victory for the Red Army. Apparently ran out of disc space right at the end there. Fun fact. So anyways, a brutal fight here. Pope had a really good start, really strong start. Was able to do stuff with it, but promise he just struggled there. Feeling part the Austrian was a mistake. But also he just kept tagging head on. Even when he had the mortar, didn't say lay down smoke screen to make it easier. So he rather sort of think just tactically began losing a bit of his grip. There was Bsky Revolution was able to slowly turn the game around, using a lot of mines and just a lot of field guns. He was just able to punish Pope for his tactics, which for some reason never tried to adapt then to the late game stage of Bsky Revolution, allowing Bsky Revolution then slowly grind Pope down to a very fine paste. Again, had I think used his mortar better, maybe gone for another one, I think it would have a much better chance versus Bsky Revolution. Smokescreen could have done a lot there for attacking head on or supported flanks, sweeping from march was on great, and a part of me would like to see some back take for Panzer Grenadiers. So there you go, hope you enjoyed this match, hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, share it with the world, share it with your friends. And of course, again, a big thanks to Blake for donating and supporting the Propagandacast. Remember, you too can support and allow me to keep doing this as we get ever closer by to 2,000 episodes. Links in the video description, where you can either pledge on Patreon or donate via PayPal. Either helps me out a ton, so thank you all, and see you all tomorrow for a nice episode. Bye!